The universe doesn't hide its secrets. It buries them in plain sight. At first, it looked like nothing. Just another routine diagnostic. The kind of thing engineers saw every day. A tiny discrepancy. The kind of thing they usually ignored. Most engineers would have ignored it. But one of them didn't. Something about the numbers felt wrong. So he checked again. The numbers didn't change. He checked a third time. Still the same result. The losses were decreasing, only slightly. Not enough to trigger an alert, just enough to raise questions. So Leo brought the anomaly to Elena. Elena trusted evidence, not assumptions. If a result looked impossible, it usually meant someone had made a mistake. So she started eliminating possibilities. The calculations were correct. The anomaly remained. The sensors were replaced. The anomaly remained. Every explanation disappeared. The anomaly did not. Reluctantly, Elena called Ilyas. The anomaly had finally reached the person most likely to dismiss it. Dr. Ilyas Rahman had spent most of his career solving problems that stopped making sense. Most of them had explanations. This one wouldn't. Elena expected concern. Instead, he complained about the coffee. For a moment, the room felt normal again. Then Leo showed him the data. 2 systems, 3 kilometers apart, operating independently, yet behaving identically. That should have been impossible. Ilyas wasn't impressed, yet. Then Leo showed him the timestamps. No delay, no lag, no explanation. For the first time that day, Ilyas stopped joking. The systems should have drifted. Every model predicted drift. Distance should have mattered. Delay should have existed. Yet the data refused to cooperate. The anomaly no longer looked like a sensor problem. It looked like a contradiction. And contradictions are dangerous. Long after everyone else went home, Ilyas stayed, searching for a mistake, searching for an answer. Every explanation collapsed under the evidence. Hardware, software, timing, calibration. One by one, they all disappeared. The anomaly remained. Hours passed. The laboratory grew quieter, but the contradiction refused to leave. He stopped searching for what was different, and started searching for what was the same. Every successful transmission, every completed cycle, every routine operation. Instead, he found a pattern. Hidden inside them all was the same impossible signature. The more data sets he compared, the larger it became. One laboratory became 2. 2 became dozens. Every new comparison removed another coincidence. The contradiction wasn't moving. It wasn't spreading. It had always been there. No one had ever looked closely enough to see it. Far beyond a single system. Elsewhere beneath Mars. Someone else had found it too. The same anomaly, the same impossible behavior, and the same conclusion. Several minutes earlier, a proposal had arrived from Mars. Months of investigation had led to this moment. Every observation pointed toward the same impossible conclusion. Sarah wasn't studying the engineering. She was studying Ilyas. She had worked beside him for years, long enough to recognize that look. He wasn't asking whether the experiment could succeed, only whether Earth would approve it. The answer came, without hesitation. The room expected an explanation. None came. If she was wrong, medical would never be needed. The second order puzzled everyone, except Sarah. The warning left Earth at the speed of light. Sarah already feared it would arrive too late. The experiment had never depended on Earth's permission. Months of verification had eliminated every known variable. Every instrument reported the same answer. There was nothing left to calculate, only something left to discover. Then, Earth's decision arrived. Exactly the response he expected. For a brief moment, the laboratory fell silent. His decision had already been made. Permission was no longer the question. Every one of them understood the risk. The mathematics were finished. Now, reality would deliver the final answer. Beyond this point, there would be no turning back. The objective wasn't to create the anomaly, it was to prove it existed. If Battery B changed, the impossible would become undeniable. Battery A accepted the additional energy, exactly as predicted. Battery B should have remained unchanged. Electricity was crossing empty space. Every law they understood was beginning to fail. The discovery had become dangerous. No simulation had ever predicted what happened next. The resonance lasted less than a second. The experiment was over. The emergency had just begun. Leo didn't move. For the first time, Ilyas had no answers. There was no pulse. Earth's warning had arrived just in time. The experiment no longer mattered, only Leo did. Every second reduced his chances. The room held its breath. Nothing. Silence can be louder than any explosion. The discovery was no longer worth the cost. One last attempt. Then, against every expectation, his heart had returned. Life returned to the laboratory. Even after death, his first thought was the experiment. Millions of kilometers away, Sarah watched the moment over and over again. She had denied the request, but she hadn't stopped it. Sometimes, knowing the outcome wasn't enough. While Sarah watched the past, Argus had been studying the evidence. The impossible had been measured. The experiment had nearly taken a life. Yet it had answered the question. The experiment had ended. The discovery was only beginning.